Well, here is my off-season deal for today. I went and picked myself up another Zero bulk milk tank. Got this for just $200. Guys, the guy said it was 500 gallons, and we got home. Husband thought it was a little bit bigger than it was. Measured our 800-gallon tank on the lane, and he said this is like 750 gallons. So this will hold a lot of maple sap. It's not totally stainless steel. It's stainless steel on top, and it's double wall insulated, and it's stainless steel on the inside. So, guy we got it from had bought it to do brewing, and I don't think he did any brewing on it. He had a cap on the end that was not, this is sanitary thread. There's a lot of copper line and stuff like this that we'll take off that we have off on our others. I'll clean it up. Some of the welds are kind of rusting. Do a power wash job on it and repaint it, and it will look so much better. It's going to be out in the woods, so it's not a huge deal for that, but just look at this. I had a picture from Craigslist for this, and it was sitting in like some, what do you call it, bulrush, and it was looking pretty sad, but it says it's a T20 Zero milk tank, and this is quite a bit older than our old milk tanks that we got in previous years, because they are double-walled stainless steel in and out. But this one came with the agitator in the center, and it has these brackets up here that we don't have on the others, so a little bit easier in unloading it. But we'll just hook it up with those soft straps and put it up underneath it. And I mean, you could do it with chains with this not being stainless steel, but we don't want to cause any damage to it. So see, here's the original tag. There was supposed to be a tag here that popped off at some point, and we will, I'll paint around that just for safety. I might be able to do a rub and get some information on here, but it just says every day. And there's a 267 and a 72.000, and here it says 30. So we'll look up about the Surge milk tanks and see if those numbers mean anything to us. So, off season, still expanding the maple syrup. Got to keep at it. Okay, so I came out to look at our other tank that we already had on the lane that was comparable in size. And the everyday is, see, everything on this tag is painted on except for the specifics. This tank is designed for everyday pickup. And then it says, maximum rate at which the milk can enter this tank and meet the cooling requirements of the 3A sanitary standards for farm milk cooling and holding tanks, revised serial number, and that was the first number that's engraved, and then is 267 US gallons per hour. So that's going to be one of those numbers on that tank. And then the milk enters the tank at a maximum rate. The minimum condensing unit capacity is 7,200 BTU per hour. So that was, we saw 72.00 on the other. At 30 degrees saturated suction temperature. The agitator of this tank is designed so that it must be in continuous operation 5 minutes before removing a product sample. So, he said there was a 10-inch difference in the overall length. Here you can see them more side by side and comparable, but this is the nicer one that we picked up. He says he thinks we paid $300 for this one. But all solid stainless steel on that one, where this one wasn't. And so back to that. 72, 267, so that's what those numbers meant. I don't know about that 30. So everything else was the same. Maybe that 30 is part of the serial number.
Maybe not, but we'll try it.
Must be. That 30 must be part of the serial number. So that's that. We decided to park it up here. I'll pull it up front when I'm ready to wash it, so it's not up there junking up the yard. Gotta got to keep that project going, not bring more stuff in. A nice thing, the guy threw in a lot of extras. He gave me a bunch of like pig feeders, and this must be some kind of like massive chicken production thing. I've never seen one so big. It's at least 5 or 6 feet long. But I got a pig nursery feeder. The feed goes in here. And then there's the holes down there. I think it's 1, 2, 4 hole feeder. I'll pull that and take it up. Just a little rubber. Got my wagon up here. I'll throw it in there. Everything was in his shed and dirty. No big deal, but there's a real nice pig waterer here, and the bottom was cracked. I'll fix that up with some of that JB Weld that I used on my dishwasher. See, that'll hold a 5-gallon bucket of water, and he's got a chain on it. I can clip it right to the fence, and they won't run off with it. So, lots of fun here. Let me show you what this beauty's going to look like by the end of the week.